Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Christopher Williams, DC. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the bottom if you want to see more of my channel, because I will be posting really soon. So I mean, it's always sooner than I expect when I actually post on my channel. So of course I got my notebook, but it broke. My notebook broke. So oh well. I'll have to go get a new one, but I'll probably go to like the dollar store or something, maybe Walmart, who knows. I'll go get me a new book. So this one is just going to be about, and I don't want anyone to feel offended any type of way, nothing like that. But I've unfriended, okay, I blocked, and I unfollowed everybody that I felt were a target for me in a negative way. Like, and I know this may sound corny, but if you have demonstrated to me that you were just like a mean person in general, or you've had either said something out the way, or that was totally disrespectful, or it was just wrong, like I didn't have any feelings or someone else didn't have any feelings, if you're still doing that and you're mature and you're old enough, you would not be on my list at all, because it just won't be a good thing for me to scroll down my news feeds and see negativity, or that person has demonstrated to me that they did not care for me as much in person. So why would that person be on my friends list on Facebook? Or why would I accept that person's friend request? Or why would I sit there and follow someone when they are wanting to be on a profile with me so far, if it comes to Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, or I don't really have that many problems with Instagram, though. I get pretty nice comments on Instagram. When it comes to Facebook, a lot of people do have Facebook, but a lot of people that I have encountered with have not given me any type of issues, because I just don't, surround myself around people that, are problem makers. And I encourage you not to do the same thing as well, but I've had some times in my life, just like anyone else, where they have encountered someone whose lifestyle was totally different, and they wanted to be around you because they felt like you were good enough for them to actually be around, and you are, but you may not be good enough for me. And that's why I say, okay, you can follow me if you want to, but when it comes to friendships on there, that's a little bit deeper, like me to accept that, because you have already demonstrated to me that who you really were in person. So why would there be even like a connection on there? So those type of people, I just literally unfriended on my Facebook. I unfriended them. I'm a nice, generous person, guys. It's not that I'm doing it to be mean. I can't believe I'm actually doing it. Like, I cannot believe it. I can't believe I'm actually unfriending people when I would really be the one that would friend them, even if I didn't know them. Like, I'm that type of person. But as I got older, I started to realize that it's a little bit dangerous to accept a friend request for someone that you're not sure about when it comes to this friendship type of mentality. And then you get certain feedback, or you might just feel different when you post something and that person sees it, or that person asks you what are you doing, and they just ask you what you're doing just to get something from you. And it just wouldn't make sense for you to accept a person's friend request when all they do is ask you for things, and they don't consider you someone that they would support throughout the day unless you have something for them. So that's my reason for unfriending some people. Their lifestyle was totally different than mine. Like, I can go back to the Luther Vandross, the part of you having a heart. If you had one, I would accept your friend request. But if I didn't accept your friend request, then you don't have no heart. Sorry. because anyone would love me. I'm sorry. I hate to keep saying that, but guys, I have to refer it right back to having a heart. I, again, am the type of person that will friend you. I will literally accept your friend request, even if I don't know you, because if I see a picture on there, I can picture read and understand that person really likes my profile and they really like me as a person, things like that, or they think they like me as a person, which they should, because looks can be deceiving, but it's not hard to depict if someone is a sweet, generous person by heart if you're a good picture reader. So I just unfriended and blocked everybody on Facebook and unfollowed people who were mean to me or treated me wrong, knowing I'm an angel. Like, I'm an angel, you guys, okay? Seriously. People tell me I'm a sweetheart, you know, I'm kind at heart, and I have a heart of gold. Those are unflattering to me, because that is true. And it's certain people that I've encountered in my life who were also considered sweethearts and an angel, and you know, they wouldn't hurt a fly, like things like that. So if I cannot identify that in you, it's just because that I feel more fearful of you being in my presence, because I'm not sure, you know, what you may do to me or around me that would cause me to feel uncomfortable. And so if I even add you as a friend, then that would be just like putting all of my trust and heart and care out there for it to be stomped on. That's how I literally feel. And I usually didn't feel that way, because I used to give everyone a chance, and I still do. That's why you are allowed to follow people if you want them to follow you. But I only blocked like one person who I considered to just be like, he wanted to be around me, but he did not respect me all the way in person. So I didn't feel safe. I kind of felt like harassed or threatened, so I had to block him. I also blocked my mother because of her negative visions and thoughts that I didn't want her readings, even though her mind is not there all the way, I didn't want her readings to be of another way of me, even though that she could literally see me in another way now, because I'm actually on television or YouTube TV. If she couldn't see me in person, who I was, and treat me right, then what makes you think that it would be the same way if I was on television? But actually, she would, you know, because if you would have the same type of feeling for the person no matter where they're located. But maybe it might be a little bit different now that she can see me. If she still sees me on YouTube, I'm not sure. I know the last time I left her house, I had her subscribe my channel, and so she should be able to see me pop up. But my thing is I actually blocked her, okay, because, and I think I blocked her boyfriend because he likes to snoop on her profile or her page to look at my page, you know, and I'm like, why, when none of your sons like you? Why would you snoop on their page? That's ridiculous. But he's been looking at my profile pages and things like that, and it's like, none of your sons, no, I do not like my mother's boyfriend at all. So he still continues to try to send me a friend request or things like that, and that's just not going to happen. And so for my mother not to understand how I truly feel, it's kind of weird, but it's not, because she's not all the way there. But and so I don't know what to say about that. But I blocked her. I also blocked my aunt, because I told you guys that my aunt has been so rude and disrespectful. As sweet as I can be with comments or asking her something or delivering a message or just having a normal topic to talk about, she will bash it and throw the sweetness down and come off with a heavy, angry type of demonic attitude that it's like, why are you talking like that? Like, If I'm sweet and kind and calm, why aren't you doing the same thing? If you're older than me, which you should be the example. But I'm not going to go there. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Just know that I blocked her, and I unfriended my cousin, which I told you guys before in the video what I talked about. The argument I had with my mother over the phone. You will see that video, but I talked about that because I ended up, remember I told you I asked my mother for $10 so I can get on the bus to get to work, to make it to my interview, and then eventually go to work. But I would use that $10 for like the whole week, because that's all you need. It's like here in North Carolina, literally like $10 a week for the bus. So that's nothing. I barely asked her for anything. I don't even ask her, but when I did ask her and she came off with an attitude, I was like, I don't have it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what is all that for? Okay, you're spending hundreds of dollars on drugs with your boyfriend, but your son is doing something positive, which is asking for $10 for a bus fare to get to work. It's for his interview so he can get out of the shelter, and yet you're angry and upset, like always. But I gave it a chance, even though I knew that, you know, I should have expect her to try to throw me off like that, like she always do, but I was giving her a chance. So I asked her again for like after some months, and then next thing you know, it was what she gave me. She demonstrated to me that she did not like that. I mean, that she didn't have it, and she didn't want to, like, you know, really be a part of helping. So I felt some type of way. So long story short, so when I contacted my cousin back in Washington D.C. and I asked him, I said, hey Calvin, would you mind wiring me a few dollars so that I can get on a park bus and go to work and get to an interview? And instead, and then I also told him, I said, because my mom is not trying to do anything right now, and she is not worth anything right now, like literally. And I told him straight up how I felt, but it was all professional. It wasn't just like cursing, things like that. So instead of him responding back to me, my aunt, who is the greedy lady, who is a money hungry, who she butted into the conversation by not having him respond back to me. But she actually wrote me a message and said, call me, I need to talk to you. And no, and every time she says that, it's literally a bashful attitude. But she does not, if she was spiritually there, she would be able to see that I'm the type of person that you don't really need to talk to with such a hostile type of voice, because I'm a good listener. So I'm not understanding why, you know, she still doesn't get that by now. Well, I kind of do, because of her lifestyle and the way that she carries herself, and the fact that she wasn't able to see us for a long period of time because my mother took us away from our family in D.C. for years. So it's like they don't even know how me and my brothers are, because my mother sat there and did something bad in D.C. and caused her to run and flee North Carolina and hide out and didn't get in contact with none of her family and didn't want to talk to nobody because of what her lifestyle was like. So, and then I understand that, but even though you weren't able to see us like that, like you were supposed to see us as much, you would still, if you had a good spirit, you would still be able to know and depict how to talk to someone no matter what, especially if you already noticed how they communicate from the jump. So yes, so I blocked her. I unfriended my cousin, and I blocked my auntie, and I blocked my mother as well. So, and I haven't spoken to my grandmother in a while. I love my grandmother to death. Excuse me. I love my grandmother so much. I didn't mean to say that, but I love my grandmother so much because she's literally been there for the family. And I couldn't thank anyone else other than God than having her to be in my life, because if you want to talk about anyone spiritually there and knowing how to parent the correct way, it is my grandmother. And it was little that she could do while she did the best she could when it came to praying and reaching out to the family and trying to heal, while she was always in D.C. and we were always in North Carolina, because my mother sat there and was rebellious and rejected God a lot and did not want, order, she wanted her way, and her way was not the way of God. So it was just like period. Now she did have some ways that were godly, but majority it just wasn't there. So that's my reason for unfriending people. It's not that because if I unfriend you, it's because you literally are we have nothing in common at all. Nothing in common. Nothing in common at all. We're not on the same page, and I don't unfriend people. It's literally. Other than that, if you have a page that does not look like it's been activated correctly, like you don't have, if it looks like a catfish page and you got one picture on there and it's not you, then I know it's fake. If you got another picture on there and it's a girl from overseas and you got something like you stay in the United States, you know that's catfish page. A whole bunch of models posting up on there. That's why would I add that? Okay, don't send me anything, any request. You might as well keep it, because I'm not even gonna play and pretend like I don't know this fake page. I'm literally going to, as soon as you send it to me, delete, delete, delete. I don't want to see it. I know it's a fake page. Okay, you cannot trick me. Sometimes I get tricked, and it's actually someone that I think that it's for real, but it's not. Like they have a good up-to-date picture, but everything else on the profile is like, okay, that's fake, you know. So I delete it, and I don't bother anything like that, guys, because I absolutely hate it. So yeah. Let me just say that one more time before I leave. Okay, I've been on here for 16 minutes. Okay, so I unfriended and blocked everybody on Facebook and unfollowed people who were mean to me or treated me wrong, knowing I am an angel. Because why would you treat someone with a kind heart like that? Why would you be wanting a problem out of a kind-hearted person? Why would you want a kind-hearted person to get out of their way of being who they are, which is generous, something that will benefit you, into doing something totally different that will cause them to react in ways that will make you upset? That's why I don't unfriend. That's why I unfriend you, because we have nothing in common. There's nothing against you. It's just that, you know, you can follow me. You can always follow me. You can do that if you want to. I can't stop you from doing that. Well, I can't stop you from unfollowing me, but I highly doubt I would do that. You know, I'd rather you learn from me and pick what you can from me, and then when I see anything that you have that I can learn from, which we can learn from everybody, but then unfortunately I'll start, you know, I may engage with you and things like that. But other than that, I just like, it's very rare that I unfriend someone or unfollow someone or really block someone. So if I blocked you, which I have like 3 people blocked, 2 family members and 1 complete stranger, don't do anything that is strange, because you know, when I say strange, I mean strange is strange. Okay, so if it's not godly or God-spirited, don't try to use God to manipulate and do some evil, because I can see that too. That's something that I've also noticed. So yeah. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel at the bottom, because I will be back again. Thank you. Take care. Bye.